Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. And by the way, it's customary to give me a kiss at the end of every video.
If you're an absolute Sigma male like myself, you've likely seen this jit wearing a bathrobe posted up in the recommended section throughout this last year. Hamza is a self-improvement YouTuber who claims to have went from a beta male Jeffrey to an alpha male Adonis character and can help you do the same. On the surface, it's a noble cause and one that deserves all the attention that it's been getting. However, this attention has been met with some backlash and accusations. Brainwashing his fans, exhibiting MLM-style marketing tactics, and full-on running a cult is just the surface of what the Hamza haters are claiming. So to unveil the truth, I want to dive deeper into how this bathrobe wearing zesty young man managed to build up such a supportive cult.
Bro, get the go, bro. That's crazy.
It seems to us that Sneeko got complacent. He stopped improving himself and he started indulging in pleasure.
We will be taking a look at how he monetizes his channels, including his $500 course, which he has had for over 3 years. Is he really a brainwashing grandmaster, a selfish scammer preying on his young audience, and profiting off of a generation of young men failed by a fatherless society? Let's begin by taking a look at how he evolved since his brokey days. Hamza was born in 1997 in Warrington, England, and was raised by very strict parents. He was a rather skinny young lad and suffered social anxiety from a very young age. He knew he needed to change something up in order to improve his life, and these struggles as a youngin' began to form him into the man he is today. When young Hamza turned 17, he began hitting the gym and watching an unhealthy, devious amount of Athlete X content. With this YouTube fitness guru guidance, he slowly but surely began to put on some mass, and with this mass came confidence. And as he grew older, he started attending parties and interacting with the shorties that attended these functions. Since he really never got any female interaction as a young jit, he instantly felt like the man when the birds started showing interest after noticing his muscular build and newfound confidence. Hamza was living the ultimate teenage party full send lifestyle, but he ultimately realized how meaningless this type of life was. He felt unhappy with the way he was living, so he moved back in with his parents and began focusing on his bag. His previous dopamine induced lifestyle was hard to leave behind, but it was necessary for this next chapter of his life. After moving back in with his parents and getting serious, he started reading books and focusing on entrepreneurship. His first attempt at making it out the trenches was selling products on eBay, which did fairly well, but it wasn't enough for him to make a living. He made less than I spent on Funko Pops in a week, so finding the perfect scheme was not an easy task, as he bounced around a few different side hustle ideas until he came across the ultimate method of dropshipping. E-commerce is probably something every young Sigma male has tried at least once, and it's certainly a hustle Hamza was serious about. Now, although he never really made big bucks from dropshipping, this pursuit of a concrete goal and the structure that came with it pushed him towards improving his life more and more. Alongside his unfortunately underwhelming entrepreneur grind set, he had been attending university as a backup plan. Upon graduating, he worked a 9-to-5 at a coffee shop, which he would later coin as his final Jeffrey era. He knew that getting a job was not something he wanted to go back to. He felt empty working what to him felt like a meaningless job. Graduating college and working a job that made him no bread and he was not passionate about is what gave him that final push to go all in on self-improvement. This is where the Adonis era of Hamza really began to shine and take over his personality. He made a YouTube channel to document his self-improvement journey and to help others who are following a similar path. He didn't know that this would eventually turn out to be a life-changing decision for him. When he posted his first few videos, off rip, it was obvious that there were other young men like Hamza that were into self-improvement. His channel quickly began being a safe space for people to collaborate on their thoughts and to grow as a community. The editing in these early videos was nothing zesty or revolutionary, mainly consisting of some very basic iMovie type work. This proved that the quality of the info provided in these videos was top tier. He made no BS content that got straight to the point he was trying to make. The first video of his that really gained some traction was uploaded in 2019 and was about building an aesthetic body. Thousands of new subscribers were instantly lured in by his level of authenticity and quality information, but this was just the beginning. A few months of consistency later, Hamza was really blowing up and racking in millions of monthly views. Andrew Tate becoming the most famous man alive and having some overlap in ideas with Hamza made him continue to gain traction. Furthermore, the eventual ban of Andrew Tate would go on to leave a hole in the YouTube self-improvement community that creators like Sneeko and Hamza would subsequently go on to fill. All of this was fuel to the fire and made Hamza grow quicker than ever. I actually personally came across Hamza a few months ago while I was on a dopamine detox and can see why many people enjoy the raw validity of his content. Hamza differentiated himself from the rest of the self-improvement creators by being very open about his personal life. I believe there's an interesting parallel here with another self-improvement YouTuber that the streets refer to him as Jordan Peterson. Mr. Peterson, being a middle-aged man, makes content for viewers that often perceive him as a father figure. The difference in appeal between Hamza and Jordan was that the viewers of the Hamza channel perceived him more as an older brother figure, given the smaller age gap between him and his audience. He never held back on his viewers and spoke his mind freely, which stuck out in a space where people would often pretend to be someone they're not and do everything they can to appear more successful. Thanks to this authenticity, he created his own lane in the self-improvement space and was able to blow up faster than anyone else at the time. He was also very transparent about his mistakes and would never take down an old video that had bad takes, as his main goal is to show his fans how much he has grown over the years. So now that we understand how he got to where he is today, what does Hamza's character actually preach about that gets him so many views? A good blanket statement for his style of content can be self-improvement, but diving deeper, a common theme he features through his videos is a two-character analogy, one named Adonis and the other Jeffrey. Jeffrey is essentially a blue-pilled beta who is just like any other NPC in this world. Adonis, on the other hand, is a Sigma male that everyone wants to be, and Hamza juxtaposes these two characters in every one of his videos. Modern day Hamza likes to focus his content on topics that young men struggle with a lot. Of these topics, the three that he focuses on most are woman, delayed gratification, and fitness. He has many variations of these videos and drops a few dino nuggets of wisdom in each one. Relatability in his content is also a big part of the success he has achieved. Lots of people can relate to him as he has been through a lot in his life and always brings up his struggles for people to be able to relate to. He isn't embarrassed of the content he posts, at times publishing therapy sessions, talks with his dad, and even a full-on conversation with his ex-shawty. Bro really got his ex to be a guest on his podcast. I think if he was trying to manipulate his fan base as an end goal, it wouldn't make sense for him to post humiliating content that can make him seem weaker. It's quite obvious that with the content Hamza is making, it's not really forcing his viewers to convert or to He's just spreading a message that he truly believes in. It's very rare that an exceptional rise like Hamza's is not met with some backlash, and he's no exception. Although there aren't any straightforward exposed videos about him, there are quite a few videos that disagree with some of his ideology. Derek, street name More Plates More Dates, is a well-respected YouTuber in the fitness space who created a video reacting to Hamza's video about testosterone, in which he corrected some of Hamza's information. There was no shade being thrown at Hamza, they were rather supportive of each other, and this video felt more like a scientific peer review. Hamza was a very responsible individual who took into account all criticism he got and hopes to improve himself. As far as hate comments across the internet, there aren't many that are targeted at Hamza. This would be easy to dismiss if I was just talking about his comment section, since he can delete any hate comments, but I'm talking about the internet as a whole. Even negative videos reacting to Hamza are often filled with support towards the bathrobe brother rather than the creator of the reaction video, and these usually aren't any ordinary one-sentence comments. I actually found people writing up whole essays about how their life changed ever since they began watching Hamza's content. That's pretty wild if you ask me. So thus far, we've been able to establish that the message the Sigmapreneur pushes is overall positive. However, that can be said about many canceled gurus. Where things usually get sticky is when a creator decides on how they plan to monetize their audience and reach. Hamza decided to hit the highway in the Guru Mobile and dropped a $500 course that covers aesthetics and dopamine detox. This is a pretty steep price for a course of this genre and is where Hamza lost some of his good boy points. Now, despite his course costing more than my annual salary, most of the people that reviewed his course had good things to say. He even boasts a 60-day refund policy, which leads me to think that he actually believes this course will change lives. Although I can't judge the quality of the content inside the program without actually taking it, I do think it would be a tough price to justify, given that it's not a finance-related program that can help you make the money back, but rather one about dopamine and fitness coming from a non-professional. I think the price could use some improvement, but I can understand if he intends on keeping the course exclusive and building a strong community inside of it. He also has a Discord server. However, you don't need to drop any bread to tap in. If you pop into the server, you quickly realize how strong of a community Hamza has. He often spends his time there, voice chatting with his fans, and the amount of people that talk about changing their life around in the Discord is fascinating. The server is more so for the people, as Hamza isn't looking to promote his social media pages with this group. He wants his fans to be able to communicate with other like-minded individuals. People that don't have friends in real life with the same aspirations can easily find their place in the group with others. In the time I spent inside the Discord server, I realized that most of the members are free-thinking individuals. To my surprise, some of the people in the server disagree with the things Hamza says. They are just there for the self-improvement community. This leads me to believe that most of his fans aren't gullible people who will believe anything he says, and this mentality is supported by Hamza. He wants his viewers to share their own views in the Discord, which is not cult-like behavior. Now, his $500 picking up chicks course definitely takes a hit to his reputation, but he doesn't actively promote it and hasn't for the past 2 years. I'm assuming he dropped it when he had zero bread and much less influence, so we may be able to let it slide. But I'm gonna need to use a lifeline and ask the audience on this one. But on a serious note, I don't see how Hamza's content can be harmful to young men in any way, and wish the best for his future endeavors. Although the principles he pushes require discipline to implement, not many would disagree that they can lead to a more fulfilling life. However, if you are a Hamza enjoyer watching this video, don't let my video take your guard down. Every creator on the YouTube platform is to at least some extent financially motivated to be here, and the fame plus money combo has been known to corrupt even the best of people. Stay vigilant, and as always, make sure to triple click the like button and tap the subscribe button on your way out.